Speaking of United Center, it'll also play host to a pair of WNBA games for the first time this season. The Sky announcing their matchups, hosting the Indiana Fever will be moved from Wintrust to the UC, has about double the capacity, so more tickets available to watch Caitlin Clark.
Why are only Caitlin Clark games moving to the United Center? Angel Reese recently complained to reporters, seemingly baffled by the Sky's decision to upgrade venues only when the Indiana Fever comes to town. The answer might hurt her feelings, but sometimes the truth stings.
Well, what I do realize is that as of right now, no other Chicago Sky game have been moved to the United Center, except for one, Indiana Fever.
When a phenom enters the league and immediately causes teams to change venues because 10,000 seats aren't enough, that's not just star power, that's economic reality. The Indiana Fever set an all-time home attendance record of nearly 341,000 fans last season at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Angels Chicago Sky? Not even close. Yet somehow she's convinced herself they're equally responsible for growing the game. We've got all the screenshots, sales numbers, and receipts surrounding this embarrassing arena situation that has Angel absolutely furious.
So it looks like the Chicago Sky have finally done what we've been asking for, which was to schedule the games against the Fever at the United Center. And also, in case you weren't already aware, the United Center is the biggest basketball arena in the country. Both home games against the Fever have been scheduled at the United Center.
Did you notice how quickly the Chicago Sky announced they're moving only the Indiana Fever games to the United Center? Let's talk about what that really means. The Chicago Sky just dropped a major announcement that has the WNBA world buzzing. They're relocating two specific games in the 2025 season to the legendary United Center. And guess which two games those are? You got it. Both matchups against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. This isn't just some random venue swap. It's a statement that speaks volumes.
When Caitlin coming to town, man, all these teams are going to cash in on that. It's just the nature of the business at this point. One fan saying, let's go Fever taking over the United Center. I can't wait. The Angel Reese effect? No. They know better than to leave free money on the table when the face card comes to town. Yeah, man, because we remember last time Caitlin Clark was there, bro, the arena erupted.
What makes this decision so fascinating is the timing. The Sky played their entire 2024 season at the modest 10,000-seat Wintrust Arena, all season long, including every single game that featured their own rookie Angel Reese. Not once did the organization feel compelled to move to a bigger venue, not even during the height of Angel's rookie season when she was supposedly drawing such massive crowds.
It seems the Chicago Sky have had to move two of their home games to a larger facility, a larger basketball facility. I'm sure, no doubt, this is the Angel Reese effect. I've got no doubts, no qualms. There's nothing. She even told me herself right here that it's not just one other player, it's because of her too.
Now suddenly, with Clark coming to town, Sky President Adam Fox is talking about rewarding fans' passion and dedication. His exact words were that, Chicago Sky fans have consistently shown up for the team and the city, and we want to reward their passion and dedication by bringing this excitement to an expanded capacity. But hold on. If it's about rewarding loyal Sky fans, why only for these two specific dates? What makes these particular matchups so different from all the others?
One of the hottest tickets in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, coming back to the city that she owns, coming back to Chicago after Chicago gave her such a warm welcome last year. They threw Barbie night for Caitlin Clark's arrival. They gave her pink towels. The fans were lined up on the side. She was signing autographs. How is Chicago going to welcome Caitlin Clark this next year around? How are they going to top Barbie night in a 9,000-seat arena? Well, easy. We move Barbie night to a 21,000-seat arena.
The numbers tell the story that nobody wants to admit out loud. The United Center seats nearly 21,000 fans for basketball. That's more than double the capacity of Wintrust Arena. This isn't just a venue change, It's a business decision that acknowledges an uncomfortable truth about star power in the WNBA.
This is the motion that the Indiana Fever / Caitlin Clark have.
And Chicago isn't alone in this thinking. Look around the league. The Washington Mystics, Las Vegas Aces, Atlanta Dream, and Connecticut Sun have all made similar moves, specifically relocating their games against the Fever to larger venues. Notice a pattern? These teams aren't just randomly selecting games to upgrade. They're specifically targeting matchups featuring Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark and Fever games getting moved to bigger venues on the road is normal at this point in time. We see it happen quite often whenever that Fever show comes to town. But in this case, it is interesting considering the opponent and considering the venue.
The social media reaction from fans tells us everything we need to know. Many fans are expressing frustration that only the games featuring Clark are getting the upgrade treatment, suggesting that Angel Reese's drawing power isn't considered significant enough to warrant the same move. Some fans have been particularly vocal about this perceived disparity in star power, arguing that if Angel Reese were truly as popular as Caitlin Clark, more of her games would be moved to larger venues as well.
My goodness. America's team versus a team who has the person who is the scourge of society. Oh, God. Oh, man. Quote, they watch for me, too. Barbie night? Which one is Barbie night? You got to think one of the two is going to be Barbie night, right? Look at this. Laughing my ass off. Caitlin is really giving every single team a fundraising game. I am weak. My GOAT is simply different.
What's particularly awkward about this situation is how directly it contradicts the narrative Angel Reese has been pushing. Throughout last season, she repeatedly positioned herself as an equal draw to Clark, claiming that people were watching women's basketball because of her too. But actions speak louder than words, and the Sky's decision to move only the Clark games to the United Center sends a clear message about who's actually filling seats.
We'll be moving to the United Center. So that's significant in the sense of it will be the first games ever played by WNBA teams in the United Center. The games on Saturday, June 7th and Sunday, July 27th. One had a date change, but they will be moving to the largest capacity arena in the NBA. More than double, I believe, what the Sky's typical home arena is able to hold. And of course, this is a duh for so many reasons.
The question hanging in the air isn't just why they're moving these games. It's why they're only moving these games when one of their own stars claims to be such a massive draw. If Angel truly brought the same audience, wouldn't every Sky home game deserve the United Center treatment?
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
While Angel Reese has been busy telling everyone she's equally responsible for the WNBA's growth, the turnstiles have been quietly keeping score. Let's see if the numbers back up her bold claims, or if they tell an entirely different story.
They will say this is because of Angel Reese. They can't say this because of Angel Reese, because for the simple fact, a lot of their games would have moved to bigger arenas if that was the case. They can't not say this. I know people want it, and I know people be mad about this, bro. Y'all shouldn't be mad about this, bro. This is just the reality of the situation. You're not a hater. You're not none of that if you say Angel's not as big as Caitlin, because she's not, guys. That's the reality of it all, bro.
If Angel truly brought equivalent star power to the table, wouldn't the Sky be scrambling to move all their home games to the United Center? Wouldn't every matchup featuring Reese be a guaranteed sellout? Logic suggests that would be the case, if her claims matched reality.
Folks, last year, the Indiana Fever were in Chicago, and a lot of us were asking, why aren't they putting this in the big arena? Are they really that stubborn that they're ready to just turn away dollars just for a narrative? Seems as if they got their end of their year report, looked at the bottom line and said, you know what? Slam shut. In 2025, we're going to be in the United Center.
Looking at last season's figures paints a crystal clear picture. The Indiana Fever shattered the WNBA's single-season home attendance record, bringing in nearly more than 341,000 fans throughout 2024. That's a staggering 36% higher than the previous record that had stood since the New York Liberty set it all the way back in 2001. This wasn't just incremental growth. It was a seismic shift in how many people were willing to pay to watch women's basketball.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
But the real eye-opener comes when you look at the biggest crowds. The Fever managed to break through the 20,000 attendance barrier 3 separate times during their 2024 campaign. The Sky, with Angel Reese proudly on their roster? Not even once. In fact, Chicago's current attendance record wasn't even set during Angel's rookie season. It dates back to 2016, when more than 16,000 fans watched them lose to the LA Sparks. That was when Angel was still in high school, years before she'd even stepped foot on a college court.
Guys, I'm telling you, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, put it in the big arena because she is box office and it is going to be big money. Not even just the ticket sales, merchandise sales, concession stands, parking. Dude, they are racking in money from every area when Caitlin Clark comes to town. So, of course, the Chicago Sky, oh, fine. I guess I'll milk that well until it's dry.
The disparity becomes even more evident when you look at head-to-head matchups. When Clark and Reese faced off last season, ticket prices didn't just increase. They exploded, with some seats reselling for thousands of dollars as fans desperately tried to witness the rivalry in person. But games featuring just Reese, without the Clark factor, they commanded nowhere near the same premium or sense of urgency in the secondary market. In fact, Sky home games next season can still be snagged for bargain bin prices, while Fever home games have long been sold out.
There's a very thin line between hate and facts, and what I believe to be the case is that there was incremental growth in the WNBA comparatively to the exponential growth we are seeing now. What I'm about to tell y'all I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means